We're thinking about cows. We're researching cows.
We're researching cows.
We're researching cows. We're just researching cows. We've actually turned down a cow in the past once. We were offered a free cow, but it wasn't the right time. So now we're doing research to see if maybe it might be the right time. In this video, we're going to talk about the breeds that we're considering for what would be best as a homestead, family cow, and which one we think might be best for us.
Or which ones.
Ooh, I didn't catch it the first time. I may or may not have leaked a photo recently on Instagram. We were doing some planning for the year, and on one of the little barns, I wrote the word cow. Because it's an empty barn, and we're certainly not going to get goats again.
I've been spending a lot of time on the Family Cow forum and read the Family Cow book.
You read the book?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's what you do, you research. So I've been doing a lot of reading on the Family Cow forum, reading the Family Cow book, trying to figure out what cow would be best for us, what breed. We encourage everyone who's starting out with a homestead to find a mentor with whatever particular animal they're considering, whether it's goats or pigs. Well, because now we're researching into cows, we wanted to go to our local farms and see the cows for ourselves.
The local farm that we went to, Stonewall Dairy, Chris has primarily Jerseys. And so we assumed they were his favorite pick, right? His favorite cow. So Kay asked him, is Jersey's the favorite? I was surprised when he said it wasn't really his favorite.
So you like the Jerseys as the...
No, actually, that way. I like Jerseys, and it's interesting now we're trying to, because I have a good meat market, I'm working on diversifying the herd some, but the question the awareness is that the Jerseys make the most cream.
Right.
People really like this milk.
Yes.
They've tried other Jersey milk, I've heard, and have ended up coming back here.
Yeah.
I have to be aware of that when I'm changing up cows.
Right.
I do have a Holstein Jersey cross in there now, and a Shorthorn,
Okay.
and an Asher.
Okay.
And the Holstein Jersey cross, she's a sweet cow. She makes a heck of a lot of milk. We've gone from being way short of milk. You've probably come up before when there was no milk over the last couple of months, and I'm putting out signs saying, "Well, I guess Megan took it down. We're short. There it is. We're short of milk, and and now all of a sudden we're swimming in milk." But her milk is definitely not as yellow as the Jersey. I'm okay with her one, and I really like her. She's just a really sweet cow.
The reason he liked the Jerseys was because of the reason why everybody likes Jerseys. Their milk has the highest cream.
Right, of all the dairy breeds, people like the Jersey best for that nice cream line they get.
We really want to have cows. If we want to get a cow, we want the cream, we want the butter,
We want all those goodies.
So we don't want to get a cow that's not going to have enough cream to do all that fun stuff with.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for the family cow, the homestead cow, and you want to do butter and have fresh cream,
It does limit what breeds you're looking at. You don't want to look at a Holstein because they're too big and you're not going to get that nice creamy milk you're looking for. Another thing we've been considering is the hardiness of the animal. Sometimes with a cross you get what they call the hybrid vigor, which would be nice in a homestead animal. It wouldn't be getting as sick as much. Jerseys, the commercial Jerseys they have nowadays need to have grain. It'd be nice to get away from needing to feed a grain diet. Not completely, but to be able to limit the amount of grain without it affecting the animal adversely.
Another factor that we've been considering is the fact that if we get a cow and that cow were to have a bull calf, that bull calf would become a steer, and we would use that to feed the family. We'd get a lot of meat from that. So we want to pick a breed that, although primarily it's got to be a breed that's good for milk, would also be a breed that would be good for having enough of a meaty animal.
Yeah.
And Chris said that he's been crossing Devins
Milking Devins.
Milking Devins with his jerseys so that he gets an animal that's good with the milk, but also a beefier carcass on the meat side of things.
I'd like to work towards some beefier cows. And I do have a Devin bull at the lower barn who's doing breeding of the heifers there. If I had enough cows and you wanted to buy one, it would be crossed with that Devin bull.
Which might be nice for a homestead family cow, right?
Correct. You'd end up with a beefier carcass either way if you wanted to, you know, if you were a meat eater for beef.
Right.
And then the offspring animals that are one more hardy.
Right.
And I'm not sure if they're looking for a beefier carcass, but I'm looking for a beefier carcass. Because any animal then, you know, we're always, people again too, they really like the Jersey beef.
You're still not sure about what you want?
Right, I'm still not sure. I'm sure.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you were sure. What are you sure? What have you picked?
These American milking Devins.
We didn't even talk about it. What's up with a Devin? Tell me about a Devin.
So Devins are a heritage breed. They're very rare. That they call one of the few triple-purpose animals cattle. So they use them for oxen, they use them for meat, and they use them for milk. When you say an animal is triple-purpose, what you're saying is you're not going to get as much milk as you would from a Jersey. But for our homestead, we're okay with that if we could have an animal that's a little hardier. So if we could cross the Jersey with the Devin, might just give us that perfect family cow that we're looking for.
And that's what Chris has been doing, right?
Yeah,
So you've decided you want to find a Jersey Devin cross.
Right.
Now later this week we're going to take another cow field trip, which we'll bring you along for. We're going to take a look at the mini Jersey because a lot of homesteaders have been getting into the idea of getting the Jersey but on a smaller scale.
Right.
They think it's a nice homesteaded model. Is it like a car?
The goal is with the mini Jerseys or the milking Devin cross with the Jersey is that you'll be feeding less grain, less hay, less wear and tear on your land, and hopefully a hardier animal.
So if you're looking for a good homestead breed, so far, the research we found, if you don't need a ton of milk, you're not going to start a business, you know, from this. If you want something that's hardy and that might have beefier carcass, something between a mini Jersey or a
Jersey cross
with a Devin. That's what we've found so far. But we'd like to know, because we know a lot of you out there actually have a family cow watching. What have you found? So tell us in the comments below, what's your advice to us if we were to get a cow for our family, for our homestead? What breeds do you have, and what have you seen from them? What do you like about your cow breeds? So let us know in the comments below. And subscribe to find out whether or not we someday actually get a cow.